As many as 44 bridges built in border areas of Ladakh, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir were dedicated to the nation by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh Ji on Monday. Inaugurating the bridges at an online event, the Defence Minister in his brief address referred to the situation among India's borders with Pakistan and China. Most of the 44 bridges, including 7 in Ladakh, are strategically important areas and they will help the armed forces in ensuring quick movement of troops and weapons, as said by the officials. The Defence Minister also symbolically laid the foundation stone of the Neshifu Tunnel in Arunachal Pradesh at a virtual event. Inauguration of the bridges built by the BRO comes at a time when India is engaged in a standoff with China in eastern Ladakh. Hello and a very warm welcome to SSB Crack Exams defense updates after a very long time. SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. We are one-stop solution for you if you are preparing for various defense examinations. I highly recommend you to download our Android app and start off with your courses, including wherein which you are given a lot of important strategic and informative content, quizzes, question answers, and most important conceptual lectures at your aid for various defense examinations like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army and Indian Air Force, Airman Group X, Group Y and Central Armed Police Forces examinations also. Before starting today's defense updates, I would like to mention to you about the monthly marathon of the strategic defense updates, wherein which we have missed the most important defense updates that are being covered by the SSB Crack exam. That is from the 15th of September 2020. The most important defense updates were not covered until yesterday. So all of these defense updates will be coming up, we will cover up in the coming up Saturday. Okay. So by Saturday, we will give a complete detailed defense update. So for that, I would request each and every aspirant to stay tuned with us and cover up with the most and foremost important sessions and very important updates. So beginning with the today's defense updates that I would like to mention is about the beginning with the question of the day that I have given on 14th of September 2020, 1 month back, and the question that I asked was who proposed the plan and was responsible in the formation of the Jammu and Kashmir Light Infantry Regiment. I repeat the question, who proposed the plan and was responsible in the formation of the Jammu and Kashmir Light Infantry Regiment? The correct answer for this, as you have given, is about the Brigadier Lekhraj Singh Pua. Okay, Brigadier Lekhraj Singh was the person who was the only whole and sole person who voluntary he gave the proposal to completely establish the JNK Light Infantry Regiment. To get in detail regarding that, there were some important local militias, that means local military regiment, military groups were raised in response to the Pakistan's invasion in 1947. So during 1947, the first Indo-Pak war time, local military groups were raised for the security of our country, and they were raised at the locations of the Jammu, Leh, Nubra and various other sectors of the Kashmir itself. So all of these militias were again later after considered to be a paramilitary force under the Indian Ministry of Home Affairs and were operated on the LOC, the line of control. Then coming up after the Sino-Indian War of 1962 and in 1963 also, the 7th and the 14th battalions of all of these J&K militias were spun off, or both of them were separated and were merged together to form a separate regiment known as the Ladakh Scouts. Okay, that is how the Ladakh Scouts regiment came into being. Then comes the remaining militias. They also conducted themselves with great distinction during Indo-Pak wars of 1965 and 1971. They have also earned 3 battle honors. Okay, so regarding that particular one, keeping the feelings of the troopers, all of these remaining militias, they had a feeling that they must be taken into consideration into a part of Indian Army, and their consideration should be done under the Ministry of Defense, and they should be declared a separate regiment. So all of these feelings of the troopers, of the militias, they were kept in mind, and the then head of all of those J&K militias, he was Brigadier Lekhraj Singh Pawar, and he was from the Gadwal Rifles. He was on deputation to the Ministry of Home Affairs from Indian Army. He himself, he prepared and presented the plans to the Ministry of Home Affairs for the conversion of these militias into a regular unit on his own initiative. Okay, so considering his efforts, they all bore fruit, and in 1972, J&K militia was converted into a full-fledged army regiment as the Jammu and Kashmir Militia, and later on they were named as the Jammu and Kashmir Light Infantry Regiment, as we are calling it now. So Brigadier Puwar, he went on to become the first colonel of the regiment, and in 1976, the regiment was renamed as J&K Light Infantry. That is it regarding the question of the day that we have to discuss regarding the most important issues. Going on with the first and foremost important defense update is about that the Rajnath Singh has virtually inaugurated 44 bridges that are built by Border Roads Organization in the border areas. This is what I was discussing with you in the introduction session. All of these 44 bridges, including 7 in Ladakh, are all very important. They are strategically important areas, and all of them will help both the Indian Armed Forces and also the civilians who are working there, and also those civilians and the citizens of India who are having their livelihood there, and all of these will also ensure the quick movement of the troops and also the weapons and all the important artillery that is being carried out by the Indian Army. Defense Minister, he also symbolically laid the foundation stone of Neshi Food Tunnel. This is very important. This might come up in the coming up examinations. If you are preparing for the CDS examination, then this might be a sure shot question. So please remember that this tunnel has been inaugurated, and this is located in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. He also exclaimed in his own words that he is happy to know that over 2,200 kilometers of roads have been cut by the BRO during the last 2 years using the latest technologies, and the state-of-the-art equipment. Also servicing was carried out on about 4,200 kilometers of roads. This is the largest amount of the building of the roads by BRO, and this is a really appreciable matter that we have to consider. No other government in the past has been successful in making and constructing so many number of roads in the border areas. This shows the clear intention of the current government in securing the borders of our own country. Going on with the next important update is that China has occupied Nepal territory less than 70 kilometers from the India border. This has been perfectly said. Before we had a doubt that Nepal government was still in the questionable mode whether they occupied their border itself or not, but now they have confirmed it, and all the other sources, they revealed the actual resources that China has indeed occupied the Nepal territory. This was done on 5th of October. A 19-member fact-finding team comprising of Nepalese politicians and officials, all of them had gone to Limi, which was a very important border areas between China and Nepal. So there they verified the news about the Chinese encroachment. They found that the Chinese had constructed buildings in the area. They also reconstructed the border pillar numbers 11 and 12 without seeking any permission from Nepal. This clearly shows how is China expanding its expansionist strategies even towards those countries which might be helpful to it. But this is a very clear intention. We have to make sure that Nepal is a sure shot neighbor and a friendly country to us. So that is why we are considering this a very important update. Later on, Nepal was even forced to constitute the fact-finding mission after the reports in local newspapers and local outreach revealed that the Chinese had intruded into the Nepal's territory and even occupied it. Even in the Nepal's capital, a lot of people have been protesting the Nepalese government about the Chinese encroachment, and the news is still going on, and various other important updates will be given you in the coming up days. Going on with the next important update is that 10 terrorists have been killed in the last 5 days. 180 members have been killed during the 75 successful operations, as said by Mr. Dilbag Singh, who is the DGP, the Director General of Police of the Jammu and Kashmir, he said. And he also said that separately 138 terrorists and their associates have been arrested, and this year's operations and achievements have set into records. Meanwhile, the top terrorist commanders of Lashkar-e-Taiba, Saifullah Danyali is a resident of Pakistan, and Irshad, which is a resident of Pulwama, both have been neutralized in today's encounter in Srinagar. Going through with the next important update is that in Manipur, the security forces have recovered arms, ammunition, and in the counter-insurgency operations, with 5 assembly seats in Manipur scheduled for by-election in November 7. That means in November 7, there is to be conducting the by-elections. They are going to be conducted with 5 assembly seats, and all of these have been beefed up, and a lot of security has been ensured in the state, especially in the districts where the by-polls are still in due. So in the first incident, there were 2 incidents that took place. So in the first incident, Assam Rifles troops on October of 8, they have launched an operation along Indo-Myanmar border in Tengnopal district to stop infiltration of insurgents into India from Myanmar. Then in another incident, a combined team of Assam Rifles and Manipur police, both of them have unearthed a large cache of weapons from Nambol Katong area of Bishnupur district. That is it regarding this most important update. Going on with the next important update is about a very important United Arab Emirates country's firm has been selected for the carbines in talks with Indian defense majors to set up a plan. What is this? This particular company, which is a UAE government owned entity known as the Caracal International, this has been selected for a contract to supply 93,895 new generation close quarter battle carbines. This is how they look, and all of these are going to be procured by the Indian government on a fast track basis into the army. But I have to tell you that the Defense Acquisition Council has still must ratify the decision. This decision has not been made final, but still they have a lot of interest and they are still approaching the Indian government on the procurement of these weapons. And it is also said that it is in talks with the major defense players to set up manufacturing facilities in our own country, from which it can source up to 60% of the components needed. However, it did not disclose the names of the Indian partners it is contacting. Going through with the next important update is about the Lockheed Martin. It shares its new details about the hypersonic program. We have got through in the last month's news that Russia had been successful in demonstrating the location and the ability of possessing a hypersonic missile and also possessing a defense capabilities of shooting and tracking down a hypersonic missile. But now we also got a news that United States of America has also been shown this particular most important update as noted by the Lockheed Martin, which is the United States defense, that means the Pentagon's topmost defense exporter. It has result of investing in developing and demonstrating the Mach 5 technology for over 30 years. Lockheed Martin is at the forefront of operationalizing hypersonic capabilities, systems and engineering. Currently, they work on air-launched rapid response weapon, intermediate range conventional prompt strike IRCPS and long-range hypersonic weapon programs. Mention in the comment section about your own research and do mention about what are the complete details regarding the ARRW, IRCPS and LRHW programs. Going through with the next and the final most important update is that the United States Navy has revealed the name of its next generation frigate class, and they have named that particular frigate class as Constellation. Please remember the term, the name of the frigate class that they have named, the new frigate class that is going to be commissioned into the United States Navy, that is about the United States Constellation, and this particular name has been announced by the United States Secretary of the Navy, Kenneth J. Braithwaite. Okay, Kenneth J. Braithwaite has announced the USS Constellation FFG 62 as the name for the first ship in the new guided missile frigate class of ships. As the first in her class, these ships will now be known as the Constellation class frigates, linking them directly to the original 6 frigates of our Navy, that means the United States Navy, carrying on the traditions of the United States Great Service, which have been passed down from generation to generation of sailors, as said by the Braithwaite. Going through, now we will have a very quick review of the most important topics we have discussed by going through only a very few of the most important questions. And the first and foremost question is about the Nechifu Tunnel. It was inaugurated by Rajnath Singh, the Union Minister of Defense, by virtual mode. It is in which particular state? This particular tunnel is located in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. Going through with the next important question is United States Navy has revealed the name of the next generation frigate class as the next generation frigate class that is going to be commissioned very soon. It is the United States Constellation. Going through with the next important question is the Caracal International has been selected for a contract to supply 93,895 new generation close quarter battle carbines on a fast track basis to the Indian Army. It is based in which country? That particular company is based in the country of the United Arab Emirates. That is it regarding the most important questions. Now we will have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is what is the name of exercise conducted by the Indian Navy along with Indian Coast Guard and all stakeholders involved in coastal security from the coast of Kerala recently? I repeat the question. Recently, what is the name of the exercise that is conducted by the Indian Navy along with Indian Coast Guard and all stakeholders involved in coastal security from the coast of Kerala? The answer for this and the explanation for it I will be giving you in the next session. Also, please do not forget that I will be covering up the remaining all the most important defense updates that the SSB Crack exams has not covered up. That means from the date of 15th of September 2020 all the way up to 12th of October 2020, each and every important defense updates will be covered up in a monthly marathon in the coming up Saturday. So stay tuned with us always. Stay safe, eat healthy food, take care of your health. Jai Hind.